shift focus and talk about the firing incident that happened recently outside Salman Khan's apartment that happened around 2 years back. And this has been another firing incident that happened recently, because back then Lawrence Bishnoi had claimed responsibility, and now the gang appears to have struck again, and this time targeting filmmaker Rohit Shetty's residence in Juhu in Mumbai, where shots were fired outside his home, sparking security concerns. And authorities, however, have detained 5 suspects so far as the investigations continue into the attack and the involvement of the said gang. Now, after the firing incident, a Facebook post with the names of Shubham, Lomkar and Bishnoi have surfaced, claiming responsibility for the attack. And it states that Rohit Shetty had been warned multiple times not to interfere, and goes on to threaten that the next attack would happen inside his bedroom. Now, it has also issued a broader warning to the entire Bollywood industry, and the message is signed off in the name of Lawrence Bishnoi gang. Now, in a breaking update, what we are learning in this firing row, we have accessed another round of CCTV footage, and the shooter could be seen outside Shetty's house that has now been caught on camera. This is the exclusive footage. This is another CCTV of the accused involved in firing outside Rohit Shetty's residence that we are told, and has been captured on camera. There you can see his face seems to be covered as he arrives on this scooter there, Nilesh. But identification process is still on as far as when it comes to the questioning of the suspects that has been taking place.
Amita, given an important point that 4 individuals have been arrested and taken in custody by Mumbai Police and Crime Branch officials, who are currently interrogating all of these 4 members. Now, these 4 members include the shooter or not. That clarification hasn't been given out by cops as of now. But what we understand that this 4 might include the shooter as well, the same individual who is seen in second CCTV footage that Times Network has access. This footage explains that how the police official had earlier also confirmed that one individual riding on his bike, on his scooter, on his two-wheeler, reached into Mumbai's Juhu area, and then later on, his scooter several kilometers away from the Shetty residence, which lies behind me. And this was the same spot where he opened multiple rounds. Around 5 rounds were fired onto the first floor of the Shetty residence. And what we understand that Rohit Shetty was into his residence. So was the shooter aware of this entire scenario? Was a recce done by the shooter or not? That is one aspect that is being part of the investigation as far as is concerned. But it is also important point to understand that Shubham Lomkar, the one individual who is constantly on radar of Mumbai police officials and crime branch, is still out on the run. The same individual who was involved into Baba Siddiqui's killing, a major role he had played of supplying arms and ammunition, and it was his spot, his area wherein the hatching of entire conspiracy of killing Baba Siddiqui took place. So nabbing him is one of aspects that cops are currently undergoing. Various layers of investigation is currently underway.
Hours after the assailant fired at the first floor of the 9-story building located in Mumbai's Juhu there, and what is now being said that this firing that happened with repeated warnings on that Facebook post of not to meddle in their affairs, and saying that this was just a trailer, and if he still doesn't understand our warnings, then the gun will be fired not outside his house but inside his bedroom on his chest. Well, that seems to be the warning that has now come in on a Facebook post. But as Nilesh was pointing out, that Times Now has also accessed a CCTV footage showing that the exact moment when the accused began firing shots outside Rohit Shetty's Juhu residence. Let's get you this ground report with my colleague Rucha has filed from the ground.
After the shocking incident being reported from Mumbai's Juhu area, where Rohit Shetty's house was attacked and there was firing reported at his residence in Juhu, now the crime branch is investigating the entire case, how there was an attempt to attack Rohit Shetty. And if we talk about where he was actually attacked, now the glass which was broken after the firing is now replaced, and that is the first floor where the gymnasium of Rohit Shetty is, and that is where the man had fired. We can see the gun firing spot is still visible there, and as the CCTV footage is telling us that the the shooter had come from the left side of the building and had traveled till here. He waited for a while, and then right from this spot he fired here, and he immediately fled the scene, and he traveled to Pune after firing here. And now the latest update we have is that the crime branch has detained 5 young men from Pune in this particular case. The investigation is underway. Rohit Shetty has recorded his statement with the crime branch, and all the people, all the witnesses, whoever was present here on spot is also being interrogated by the Mumbai police, and the investigation continues why he had made such an attempt to attack director Rohit Shetty's house. It will be very soon out.
All right, with those developments that are now being taking place as the first visual of the wanted accused that is said to be on camera with Shubham Lomkar's first visual there. Lomkar was also wanted in the case of Baba Siddiqui killing case. So Nilesh, that seems to have also been pointed out in that Facebook post where the picture of Shubham Lomkar, who is now absconding since Baba Siddiqui murder case, is in custody. His brother rather is in custody of the Mumbai police for his involvement in the murder of Baba Siddiqui.
Well, Savita, Shubham Lomkar happens to be a notorious man. Back in 24, he was arrested in Akola by Akola police officials in case of supplying arms and ammunition, and since then he is constantly being on radar. However, question arises that even after such all list of evidences, why is he still not under arrest? He resides in Pune, and from Pune he operates all of these nexus, hiring young men. These individuals that have been arrested are aged from 18 to 23, one being a college student as well. So you can understand the modus operandi that Shubham Lomkar has constantly been picking up is to hire young men and ultimately use them for such a criminal activity, and
so
which is why Mumbai police officials
also concerned, which had warned the people in the Hindi film industry that they will face a fate worse than that of politician Baba Siddiqui, who was murdered back in 2024 in Bandra. Well, that seems to be the investigation. Will special teams of the Mumbai police that have also been formed to nab the accused. Thank you very much for the moment, Nilesh, for getting us those details. In the meantime, we head into a short break. You're watching Times.